Criminals in Barbados and the region could soon no longer be able to keep the proceeds of their crimes. This as over 70 legal practitioners from across the Caribbean gather at Radisson Aquatica Resort to discuss the creation of a regional asset recovery interagency network. One of those addressing the gathering was the Organization of American States Representative to Barbados, Francis Mac Barnett.
Corruption, crime and violence deter inward investment and hinder development in the region. And although the majority of jurisdictions have had what is called proceeds of crime legislations since the early 1990s, they have rarely been used. In many Caribbean countries, no assets, I repeat, no assets have been confiscated. We are therefore allowing criminals to retain the vast profits from their illegal activities and thereby affording them the opportunity to invest in further criminality. It is to be noted, and as has been said by the Chief Justice, that the display of wealth by known criminals have negative impacts on our communities and can influence the career choices of our youth. One of the main reasons for the small number of judicial successes and the insignificant amount of assets transferred to the state in the confiscation process is, in our view in the OS, due to the lack of international cooperation among jurisdictions.
Chief Justice of Barbados, Sir Marston Gibson, shared a similar view.
Our enterprise today is not going to be an easy one. You're going to meet naysayers, you're going to meet objectors, but we must not be dissuaded from what we are setting out to do. It is important that we remove from criminals the incentive to continue criminal activity. But that's not the only important thing. It is important for us to remove the incentive from younger West Indians coming up and seeing that crime pays. Their parents would tell them crime doesn't pay, and they're saying, but look at Mr. Biggs, he's driving his Jaguar, he's driving his Jaguar, he lives in a huge house with a swimming pool on 5 acres of land. He gets up every day at about 11:45, and he doesn't have breakfast much before 12:30, and he's at every party that you can think of. How do you mean crime doesn't pay? He not only is crime paying, but he's also wearing the latest bling. And every chain gold chain you can think of, every watch, he's wearing. How do we say to our children in the Caribbean that crime doesn't pay when Mr. Biggs is operating apparently unscathed in our society?
Mr. Gibson, however, pointed out that criminal asset forfeiture regimes sometimes don't work because people are unwilling to testify against who he called criminal kingpins.
We must understand that the reason why the criminal asset forfeiture regime has its strong points, but the reason why it does not work as well as it should is simply because most criminal kingpins don't have witnesses who willingly come and testify about them. Indeed, and again this is a local anecdote, and all of the judges in Barbados have orderlies, so we get to hear a lot of stories. And one of them is that there's a well-known person, won't call his name, involved in criminal activity. He never is on the street in a car alone. You never see him alone. So if ever a gun, a packet of cocaine, a packet of marijuana is found in the car, the other person with him takes the blame. So that the result is that the other person will get convicted. And the quid pro quo is that if you get jailed, we will take care of your family, we will take care of your needs until you're released. But it means that that person has escaped unscathed.